and it is Saturday, 1 week from Christmas. So we're going to kind of do this as a well. G Schultz just did a, I guess, holiday live stream. I think is what he called it, and yeah, Merry Christmas, early Christmas, because I'm definitely not going to be live streaming next Saturday, but probably within a couple days of that, maybe Monday. It just depends on how right after Christmas goes. Of course, I'll try to announce that on my YouTube announcements as soon as I can. And if anybody's watching this later, don't be hesitant to leave a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up or down. I guess hitting the thumbs down actually does more for the algorithm, as crazy as that sounds. If you actually watch more than 10 minutes of the video, this is what some people that have studied the algorithm, the current algorithm, have found out, that if you watch more than like 10 minutes of a video, especially if you watch most of it or all of it, and then you also thumbs down it does a whole lot more to promote it in the algorithm. Not that it matters. Live streams aren't something that I really care to get promoted too much, because this is a community thing. I mean, anybody new that comes in is more than welcome. We're glad to have more folks join in, but it's something that's not for everybody, and I get that. So this fruitcake, real quick, it is from 1968, and if you want to check where this came from, which I can prove where this came from by this stamp on the side, not last week, but the week before, I opened an MCI on a live stream. And, hang on. I had a cat problem. It was from 1968. The fruitcake was in there. There was a B unit in there that ended up having a cheese spread in it that was virtually, well, judging by the looks, the feel, everything, it looked and felt perfect. And I hope that it is. I'm going to be trying 50, well, by that time it'll be 54-year-old cheese spread, and hopefully I'll be able to eat the whole can. That is the goal. That's a video that I plan on actually filming a short video on right after the beginning of the year. But came from the same MCI. Oh, well, that's not usually a good sign when you have a can that does that. Well, I mean, the top looks perfect. Nice and indented, sucked in, but then the bottom is bulged a little bit. Hang on, just saw a super chat pop up. Let me go. Smokey's Bandits. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing great tonight. Well, CT, thank you so much up there, Mr. Canadian truck driver up there. I think we kind of lost Canadian Trucker to the CT brand. I think I don't know when it happened and it got rebranded, but used to be Canadian Trucker. Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate the super chat, man. So let's do the conversion rate for you. Trucker sent $13.99 Canadian, which translates to $10.68 American. So the exchange rate's getting closer than it used to be. I know that, because it used to be pretty far apart. Smitty sent the same exact super chat in and said, well, kind of, but he sent the same amount, $13.99, and he said what CT said, but better. So that's funny. Smitty's very original when it comes to the comments like that. You guys should go check out both their channels. They're very enjoyable to watch. I think if you liked anything at all of what I'm doing here, you would enjoy their channel. So I highly recommend going and checking those out. I'm sure there's links to both of them down in my description, so please do. Oh yeah, Dump Trudeau. I agree with that, Dan, because he is yeah, well, that I agree with your whole statement there. Actually, Horny Animal says keep it going with that. Yeah, that's 3 super chats in a row, man. You guys don't need to be doing all that, man. But thank you so much for the $20 super chat, Horny Animal. I appreciate that. And well, he is keeping it going. And Bourbon Street Nola just came in. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So I thought I said that right. Because that's how I've always been saying it, Bourbon Street Nola. Am I saying it's Bourbon Street Joe Nola now? Did you add the Joe in there? Because I don't think that used to be in there. I don't know. I took a second look at it and I'm like, that looks different. Well, thank you for the you guys, your super chats. The CA20, which is what is that? That's Canadian, right? You're Canadian too? I didn't know you were from Canada. Hang on a second. Or did you just do that just to stick with the Canadian theme? You guys are crazy, man. Thank you guys for the super chats, man. I appreciate that. I just seen that G Schultz is in here too, man. And again, Bourbon Street Joe Nola. Now I got it. Am I saying that right? Let me read it again. Bourbon St Street Joe Nola. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of my older videos and see if you changed it or not. Oh, you're Smitty's next door neighbor? Well, like really his next door neighbor, or just live in like a similar same town? There comes. You guys, hope you have a Merry Christmas, Smokey and the live stream crew. That is Mr. K-Man right there. MRE Info, MREinfo.com. If you guys need any MRE information at all, obviously that's the first stop you're going to make. Steve 1989 has been posting over there for years. A lot of people have been posting a lot longer than he has even. Let's see. What did it start? K-Man, when did it start? 2005? You had to restart it? Originally it started in like 01 and then it got shut down like 03. Then you restarted in like 05 or something like that. Man, you guys, you really... thank you for the super chat, K-Man. I appreciate that. He also sent $20 in. You guys really don't have to do that. But K-Man just said 2005. Yep, that's when he restarted it. Man, I wasn't sure if I had my dates right there. Because I've heard the story from you in person. You told me how it went. And it's been a long time since you told me that story. So I wasn't sure if I remembered that right. 2005 for the forums, and 2001 was the website. Oh, see, I thought you had some trouble or something there at some point, and it kind of got shut down for a while. It seems like you told me something about that around 2003, and then got it going again. What year is this MRE? I don't remember. Probably, I think it's a 93 or 94, something like that. I want to start off with this fruitcake though, and I got this really crappy can opener. I don't know how well this is going to do. I almost hate to even try it instead of using my P38, but I would like to get a nice round cut on this for a couple reasons. But I don't know. Let's just find out. Let's just find out. There's going to be some air release here. Bring the old microphone down here. I'll just hang it right there. Bring it up here. Yep, definitely some air release going on there. Well, ooh. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that smell so far. It's not, I wouldn't call it offensive. Okay, well, this can opener is working all right. Making some awful noises, but it's doing a good job. I didn't mean to cut that all the way off there, but I did. I need to get something to put this on real quick. Mess kit. All right. I had really high hopes for this. Now, this was produced by the Morton House Kitchens or Morton House Kitchens Incorporated out of Nebraska City, Nebraska, back in 1968. There's a good look at the bottom of that. That can opener did do a good job. Wow, look at that. It almost like it did it perfect over here. It was a little jagged on one side, but it actually smells good. Yeah, yeah, that smells. That actually smells really good. Oh, wow. It's a little dense. It's a little heavy. Look how dark it is. It looks like a fudge brownie, right? It doesn't smell like a fudge brownie, but it does smell like a good fruitcake so far. Yeah, I actually like the way that smells. It's there's nothing offensive about it. I'm not picking up any of that metallic scent, which kind of is what really dominates when these things go bad. Is they'll pick up a lot of the can from, I guess, heat, maybe sweating, rust. Just the can breaking down and kind of literally like peppering it with little metal particles. And this does not have that going on at all. It is a little bit greasy on the bottom there, which that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's actually grease, but let's take a look, dig a little deeper. Now, I just looked up that Morton House Kitchens Incorporated out of Nebraska, and it looks like they're still going. They have they're slaughtering animals, all except poultry, SIC code sausages, and other prepared meat products. Huh. I don't know exactly what this I looked up here is. Hmm. Morton Place? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Jim McKee, packing, canning, once big business in Nebraska. Looks like it looks like the area that this was canned in was quite popular. In 1949, looks like there's a pretty good story in here from Jim McKee. Packing, canning, once big business in Nebraska City. And of course, it's going to want me to sign up for $5 a month for. Alright. It's not going to. Yep, it's not going to let me look at the story without signing up for their ridiculous monthly bullcrap. No thanks. Yep, anyway, it looked like he had a pretty good story there, but I'm not going to be able to access it, and I'm not paying him $5 a month for the first 3 months. Then it goes up after that. Canned oven baked pork beans, Morton House Kitchens, Nebraska. That they've done a lot of canning there, so it wasn't just bakery items. A lot of times with these bakery type, uh, you know, whether it be a pound cake or a fruit cake, or there was orange cake, there was pecan, pecan nut roll. There's multiple different bakery items, but a lot of times the canning facility would be that of a bakery, and Morton is more of a little bit of everything. And from what I read, they might even be doing some slaughter in there. Let's see. I mean, this was actually produced. I'm pretty sure this would have been the same time period, 11. So November of 1968, which means if someone got this fresh, these exact fruitcakes could have been in circulation right around Christmas time, and some guys might have had this as an actual Christmas fruitcake. It doesn't. I mean, you can kind of see some like raisins or something going on in there, maybe. Let's kind of tear at it a little bit. It's just so dark. So dark. I don't see any nuts or anything in there. That's a chunk of fruit right there. I can tell just by it's like leathery. Anytime you have fruit like this, it oxidizes and it gets really dark like this. But I'll tell you what, my mouth is watering. That's how good it smells. So I'm just going to go for a pretty decent bite where there's like a, you can see that raisin sticking up right there. And actually just got a piece of fruitcake up my nose when I smelled it. Anyway, just take a bite and we'll see how it is. So I definitely got a cherry in there. Got a nut in there too, like a walnut. First thing that happened, my mouth is coated. But I can deal with that. The flavors, on the other hand, are actually really strong. Especially the cherry. I'm picking up a lot of the cherry. It's really chewy too. It's not that bad. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. But I'm pretty confident this is fully edible. If I eat the whole thing, it'd definitely give me a stomachache. Just judging by how coated the inside of my mouth is. But I mean, that's all I got left out of that big old chunk. There was something completely different in that bite. What is that? There's a lot of walnut texture in there, which is probably what is causing the coating of my mouth. Because I think if it wasn't for the nuts, this might be okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't eat too much more of that, or I will have a pretty heavy stomach ache. I mean, I took two pretty decent bites of it, and I will say this too: if you were starving and you didn't have anything else that you could eat, you definitely, obviously, you saw me eat it. There are some weird side effects. Obviously, there's a little bit of numbness going on like the inside of the top of my lip, and my tongue is just, it's coated with like, you know how like some cereal, I think they're called donut sticks or Dunkin' sticks. Like, say you just brushed your teeth and you ate one of them, how it like coats your mouth. With like oil and grease. That's what it feels like. I mean, it's not bad though. It's going away pretty quickly, and I haven't had anything to drink or anything, so you know what? This one passes muster. I do believe that you could get by eating this. There's like husks of the cherries. I'm not trying to be gross, but that's like a cherry husk. Or like the skin, cherry skin. My knife needs to be cleaned. No, I guess I could lick it clean. Not like it's going to hurt me. But if that's the only thing you had to eat, it's probably got about 50% or less of its original nutritional value. But I'm sure you could eat this and not get sick enough to throw up. Well, I mean, I could. I don't know if you could. Depends. And some people could, I would say. It might get to some people and make them actually sick. You're definitely going to have a stomach ache if you eat the whole thing, though. I don't have any doubts about that. I've consumed enough quantity of rancid, oiled food to know, and that's the nut oils in there that this would fully give you a stomach ache. Whew. Um, yeah. What's the ingredients on this? Look, cherries is the first ingredient, which means that this is that's why I was picking up a lot of cherries in there. And then the second ingredient's raisins, and then almonds, really. Pineapple, I did get a little bit of the fibrous texture of the pineapple. I couldn't taste it, though. Definitely didn't pick up any taste. Sugar, flour, eggs, shortening. Now, I've had fruit cakes where shortening was the last ingredient, which means it had the least amount of that ingredient. And this is hitting in the middle of the ingredients list, which is not good. That means it's got a lot of shortening in there. And then we got some citron, orange peel, water, lemon peel, salt, and artificial vanilla flavoring. I would love to have tried one of these when they were actually fresh, when they were fresh off the line. I think this Morton company probably did a bang up job. But look how that can opener cut that open. Is that not kind of weird? I mean, I'm afraid it's almost like the can came apart versus it cutting it, because this is not a good can opener. Look how blunt that is. It's like really thick. The can opener, the actual part of the can opener. So I'm wondering, that's really weird. It's almost like it just knocked the bottom off of it. You can see this is where I started, and it was this is normal. This is what you expect. And then when I got to about right here, it just started coming off as, I don't know. It's pretty weird, if you ask me. Alright, time to get rid of that. Kind of wish it would have been a little bit better. I did want to eat that whole thing. This is Curious Peak. This is a Dollar Tree can opener because I broke our good one about 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago. And I was on my way down to my mom's, and I was like, I need to stop and pick up a can opener just so I have one in case I need it. Which I do need a can opener to. The reason I did is because I needed a can opener to open a big old can of cat food, which I can use the P38. I just don't want to use my P38 to open cat food, so that's why I stopped and got this. But I just took it off the package. I haven't even used it yet, so. All right. So a couple weeks ago, I went and met up with some of my family. I don't know. Some of you guys might have been here. Some of you might not have been here. And I got this this jar that he gave me of moonshine. But as you can see, when I shake it up, like the bubbles, if it's really high proof, that'll go away really quickly. And it's not doing that. I mean, they're going away, but it takes a little while. So if I was to guess, I would say this is like, what, maybe, how would that, I don't remember how it works. 190 grains, so this is probably like, I don't know, if I was to guess, like maybe 25% alcohol, so maybe like 50 proof, maybe 60, something like that. But something I noticed whenever I tried this last time, well, for the first time, actually, which I'm going to have to get with my uncle again. I hadn't seen him in probably 20 years. I'm the type of person I have to chase anything like this, or liquor, just anything, Jim Beam or anything like that has to be chased. And I tried this a couple weeks ago and was able to try it and not have to chase it with anything. So that's pretty amazing for me. Like, it's really amazing for me to not have to. But I don't know that I've got enough. I literally have to just do this. It's a pretty ghetto way of, because I can promise you, if I try to pour this, it'll just go all over the place, guaranteed. I use a P38 for tuna. Yeah, I use my P38 quite a bit, actually. Especially like when people don't expect it. I'm like, hey, here, I'll open that can. I don't know. It's just one of those goofy things that I do now. Put some of that in your MRE coffee. Well, this is apple flavor. If it was just straight, I would most certainly do that. If it was just the clear stuff, the white lightning. Carla Z broke your arm. Rotator cuff attaches. So just been healing. Still painful. Hope y'all are well. Missed y'all. Well, it's good to see you here, Carla. And there's Phoenix and well, CT and Mike. It's got a really harsh smell to it, though. I will say that. My beard is kind of out of control. It's been raining all day, so my beard gets all poofy when it's humid like this. So when I eat something like that that's numbs my mouth and stuff, it makes me drool out of the corners of my mouth. I have no control over it. It just does it. I'm kind of hoping that this washes it out of my mouth, though. I do not do well with this stuff. Nope. Shit. Yeah, I messed up. I swallowed twice. Got a really... Whoo! Got a really hard hit on the second swig there. Yeah. Just immediately gave me the goosebumps. Oh. Well, I got to at least double up on this. I don't end up in the hospital. Well, that's kind of why I'm doing this. Well, that's not the only reason, but this will definitely help. This would kill any of the bacteria or anything. Packaged together yesterday, should be posting it out Monday. Bourbon Street Joe Nola. You don't have to do that, man. I appreciate that, though. If you're shipping from Canada, that's probably... I don't think the shipping's as bad for you guys to send down here, but for us to send to Canada, it's almost like shipping to Australia. If you factor up like how much closer you guys are, it's worse. Way worse. Homemade peach brandy in the fridge. If you want to chase it with that. Oh, the last time I tried some peach brandy stuff, which I had some brandy you sent me. It was what flavor was that? It was all brandy's a flavor, right? I can't remember what flavor it was. This fruitcake was way better than the one that I had on the show. The one on the show was different. I don't know how to describe it. There's two different ways, in my opinion, that a food item like that goes bad. And one way is the way that I was just dealing with that, which was like wasn't really the cake that went bad. It was the oils from the nuts. And then there is whenever the whole cake itself goes bad, like the can is disintegrating from the inside out or the outside in, whatever. But even if it's disintegrating from the outside in, it still happens all the way through it, and it permeates the can, and it gets really metallic. So the cake might still be decent to eat, but it'll be really harshly flavored with metallic, with just the metal of the can. So it just depends on which way whatever it is has went bad. And sometimes it doesn't go bad. Sometimes you get lucky and it's been stored in a fairly cool environment. It's the fluctuation. When it gets hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. If you keep it at like a steady 65 all the time, things are going to last way, way, way longer, especially canned items like that. I really don't want to do this. I really wish I had something to drink afterwards. I think I have some water. Anyway, look, just down the hatch. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year coming up. One swig this time. One swig. Again. You can see them on my skin there now. It's potent enough. I would have to say that. It makes my nose run too. All right, time to get into some food. I don't have the balls to just take a swig of something like this. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Okay, what are we going to do now, guys? I'm asking y'all because I have options. I have a gingerbread house that I can put together and eat. And then there's a gingerbread reindeer and sleigh. These are all at least a year old, maybe 2. Yep. Best before July of 2020. So this is probably 2 years old. This is probably made in 2019. Yeah. Look right there. Probably the 292nd day of 2019. Right? Create a treat. Same thing on this probably. Yeah. Best before 23rd of June 2020. Wheat snack bread. That would be actually kind of cool, man. I never even thought about that. That's because you could trim it down and get your sidewalls and then have like those lips as your overhangs down here. Yeah, that could work out. You can trim it up. Yeah, you could make a really cool. How many pieces? You'd need 1, 2, 3, 4. You need 6 pieces of wheat snack bread to make that happen. Stick it together with peanut butter. Oh man, you guys are giving me ideas for next year. I honestly, if I'd have had that idea this year, I'd have made it happen. I'm sure I could dig up enough wheat snack bread and stuff to make that happen. You know what? This smells like fireworks. The inside of an accessory packet. It smells like when you were a kid and you used to get those snakes that would like grow when you lit them. Kind of smells like that. Oh yeah, hang on a second, guys. I got a package here, 2 of them. I got one from Miss Gail Korfman. She sent me a package here, and there's no way that I can show it on camera other than like I can do this. There we go. I'm just going to rip this open here off the side. I totally forgot about this till just now when I leaned over there, and I had it sitting behind me. So, oh, cool. Is that? Look at this. Hang on. It's got a note. What is that? Is that? That is a toboggan. That is awesome. Everybody calls these things different things. I call it a toboggan. What do you guys call it? What do you call a knitted or a neoprene or whatever head wrap or head thing that you wear on your head? Greetings from Indiana. Spent most of this afternoon getting Christmas packages ready to mail. Every year it seems like more of my gifts are shipping out of state. Yeah, I totally understand that. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for all you do with the live streams. I look forward to them, but can't spend as much time as I used to due to my work schedule. Thank you, and have a Merry Christmas from Mrs. Gale. Well, I'll keep that letter as I always do, and I assume that she probably made this. So, I gotta at least put it on right now, which I'll probably fold it up. Yeah, like that. So Miss Gail can go back and check it out. With the beard and this, now I'm really looking like some sort of lumberjack or something, huh? But that, I actually do like that. It's kind of, it breathes, but it feels like it'll be nice and warm. I've never had a handmade toboggan like this before. Jamaican now. Hey, man. I used to smoke enough to be Jamaican, that's for sure. Way back in the day. It's been a long time, but man, that's awesome, Miss Gail. Thank you so much for that. I will most certainly be wearing that this winter. I used to get a whole lot more use out of toboggans and gloves and everything because I've got a collection that I've amassed over the years of things that I would wear on super cold days, and then days that I knew that weren't going to be as cold, because I worked outside for many years in all the weather. It didn't matter what the weather was. You didn't get to come in out of the weather. 6 hours on, 6 hours off for a long time. Then 12 hours on, and then you come home for 12 hours. Well, not really, but 12 on and then come home. Really spent about 13, 14 at the plant, and then, maybe 10 or 11 hours at home. But yeah, thank you so much for that, Miss Gail. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's super cool. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it out right there for now. I have a package over here from Dub C. Also, which one is this? Also got a couple things that I bought over there recently that I can show you guys if you want. If not, we'll just move on with the live stream. And I know Dub C's P.O. Box is public, so I don't have to worry about covering that up or anything like that. I'm going to cut this open here, which I don't think cutting it's going to do me much good, honestly. These things are super duper sticky. Cat got me good right there today. It bit me. little stray kitten when I caught it outside. Alright. Got the box open from Dub C. There's a link to Dub C's channel right at the very top of my description. I made sure of it, since he was kind enough to send this box over. You guys should go over and subscribe to Dub C's channel for me. Well, you guys will love his content anyway, so you guys just got to check it out. Cafe right? With brown sugar. That's interesting. This is obviously some sort of foreign, I would assume. Like French, maybe? But with brown sugar? I've never had coffee with brown sugar before. I've never even really thought about that before. Got a thing of Sky Flake crackers. Those are good crackers, actually. What else we got here? A 3-in-1 coffee from, I don't know where that's from. Looks like Japanese. Yeah. Maybe Japanese. What else we got here? Holy cow. An Icelandic milk chocolate bar. Traditional. 2 chocolate bars right there. Passion, quality, excuse me. Passion, quality, and purity. Milk chocolate. That is one heck of a milk chocolate bar. Whether doubled up, it makes it really feel like you got something there. You know what I mean? What else is in here? What is that? Pico? There's 3 of these here. Pico. Hang on. I don't know what this is. This is the original. That's all it says. It's like some sort of flavored sugar crystals, kind of like, I don't know. It almost looks, I mean, it looks like it's Spanish or Mexican. I don't know what that brand is. Like Siona. Just says the original. That's it. Well, I'm going to try this real quick, because why not? You guys know I like to try my drink mixes and stuff on their own. There you go. Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. It's like salty. Sparrow says Kopi is a type of traditional coffee commonly drunk in Singapore and West Malaysia, according to Wikipedia. Thank you for that information, Sparrow. That I'm sure Wikipedia's got it right on that one. But it's a traditional coffee commonly drank by people in Singapore and West Malaysia. Huh. That's this one, right? So this is Malaysian and West Singapore on this one. I did get a 3-in-1 coffee like that from an international market. I think kind of get is from the Philippines. This one, maybe. Oh, wait, maybe that one. This is 3-in-1. This is the brown sugar one. I don't know what this is, but it's like sweet and salty. It's really weird. This is a very strange flavor. Huh. Maybe it's supposed to be a drink. What is that? Is that tamarind? That might be what that flavor is, but the saltiness is really throwing me for a loop on that one. I didn't like it at first, but now I kind of like it. Bourbon Street Joe Nola says it's orange. This is orange? Let me tell you something. If that's orange, I don't know what even to say. Then mom's your uncle. Yeah, that does not taste like orange at all. I mean, it's not even really citrusy. Honestly, I really don't know what to think about that. It almost tastes like it's got a little bit of spice to it, just a tiny bit. What else we got in here? Ooh, a chocolate protein drink powder. What year is this from? This has to be pretty new. It's like 2018. Yeah, see, now that little bit I just had there, it almost feels like it's got some heat to it. And we got a beverage-based powder lemon lime. I actually really like the lemon lime. Good deal. Okay, here is what Dub C sent me. This is the brand new. Are they 2020 or 2021? I'm not even sure. 2020 or 2021 HDR Humanitarian Daily Ration. I'm not even sure why the United States made these again, where they were handing them out, but he sent me a menu 1 and a menu number 2. There's more stuff down in the box here. Let me just get, oh, shiznit. Alright, let me get the rest of the stuff out of the box here. Alright, I got it all. Cool deal. I'll have to put some of it back in there. But yeah, I totally meant to look up and see why they made HDRs again. Looks like we got a mocha here as well. Some Ike Xiong. Cafe Art. Easy. I wonder if it's got like the little pouch in it that you sprinkle on the top when it like frosts up. Here we have a Cafe Bustelo. Cafe con leche. Artificially flavored coffee beverage mix. Artificially flavored coffee beverage mix. Interesting. So this is like fake coffee? That's the only thing I can think that is. Dark Instant Adventure Dark Mountain single serve instant coffee. That is an interesting looking instant coffee. Alright guys, I gotta take a time out for just 1 second. I will be right back. Okay. My bad. I was about ready to bust, though. I had to run. Alright. So, huge thanks to Dub C for hooking it up with both these HDRs. And I'll tell you this. These feel completely different. Just by feeling it. The bag is completely different. The contents feel a lot different than the... I guess they'd have been 10 years older. Was it 2010? Yeah, 2010 was the last time these were produced. And I really do want to find out. I'm looking at the comments right now, looking at the chat. Does anybody know why they started making HDRs again in 2020? Was it because of the pandemic? Is that why? I mean, I don't see that being why. Huge change for me from last year. Oh, Letha. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning behind them making these again is, but I will find out. If I have to call Natick myself, because I do have an inside man there that I can talk to. His name's Nick. It's been a while since I talked to him. Kaylin, if you had HDR, if you had any previous generation HDR, most likely it was a 2010. Those were the ones that were going around everywhere. And then there were some, what were they, 2007s, and then there was like 2003s. See, you're not going to catch HDRs made year after year after. They're going to make them for like one run of however many they think they need. So it'll be a 1 year only thing, and then they'll definitely skip years in between there. But it's been 10 years, which is a good thing since we've had to make any HDRs, but I just don't know why we made them this time. I guess they were sent to refugee camps. I don't know. I don't know. Well, there was a huge. Was it Haiti? I think there was like a huge earthquake in Haiti, which might be why. That could be why. Which would be where the refugees are coming from, and there's probably refugee camps there in Haiti that maybe these were handed out. Bob says that was long. So was that 2019 that happened though? Because I could see him doing it, sending relief in 2020. I have had an older HDR, and I have one yellow bag that was frozen. Of course, they stopped using the yellow and went with the salmon pink color because back then the bombs that they were dropping were yellow, and they looked very similar laying on the ground from a distance, and kids were going to pick up what they thought were HDRs, and they would get close to those bombs that had been dropped, and it would blow, arms off, legs off, or kill them. So that's why they stopped using the yellow color. This is intriguing. I mean, artificially flavored coffee beverage mix. I wonder what. See right there, it says it's got instant coffee in it though. Huh. What is she doing? Keep one of these out to try. At least one of these out. The brown sugar coffee seems like the winner. The wiener. That's the wiener. Alright, slide this stuff back in the box over here. Dove C, thanks for sending all the extras with that stuff too, man. I tried to get the Dub C to let me pay for those things, and he would not let me do it. I really wanted him to let me just pay for them. $163 rations plus civilian. I have no idea how many rations I have. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Which some stuff, I guess, I wouldn't review. But, oh. My little dog is, he's been constituting a lot of my time lately. He, within the past 2 to 3 weeks, has completely lost his sight. Which, I mean, he was kind of going blind before, but he could still see. And now he can't see. You're going the wrong way, buddy. Go that way. You want me to help you? You guys might have to give me a second. Here, buddy. Here, come on. This way. This way. Come on. Come on. This way. Come on. I know you can't hear either. Let me just pick you up and take you in there, okay? Oopsie daisy. Want to go get a drink? I just gave him medicine, by the way. Both kinds. But yeah, man, I don't know what to do with him. I don't know what to do about him. I have to take him outside, stand with him, and I've been trying to make him kind of learn his pathways through the house, which he does okay in the house. But if you put him outside, like the other night I put him outside and I just kind of wanted to let him roam around the yard. He ended up going across the street, going up in my old lady neighbor's yard, barking at her house for whatever reason, like he was chasing something. And then I went over there and yelled at him, and he didn't, like, trying to get him to come here, and he wouldn't listen. I don't think he was hearing me, though. I can't. He hears really loud noises, but I don't think he can hear either. I think his sight and his hearing both went at about the same time. So it's been something else. He's a handful now, and he's also got congestive heart failure. But he's been doing a little bit better because I made him fast for a day. Didn't give him any food at all, so his swelling went way down, and he could breathe a lot better and get around a lot better. And that's just we're feeding him chicken only, no rice, no nothing. But yeah, I'm almost an hour into this thing, so I was going to do this, but this would take way too much time right now. This menu number 5. It's a 12 of 2019. Wow, so it's right at 2 years old now. This is a 24-hour cold climate ration pack from the UK, and I mean they print the entire contents list on the outside of these things now, which is I kind of don't. I mean, I prefer to have the mystery, but it does help the guys out that are trying to choose their meal if they're lucky enough to get to do that. And these things are extremely hard to get your hands on, extremely rare. I searched for almost 3 years to get my hands on these, and I have shared every single one of these that I've opened. I have shared, or I gave away one. So they're special, and I think they need to be enjoyed by as many people as possible. I don't think me just enjoying it by myself is fair, because, like I said, they're hard to get, they're hard to find, and the fact that I have found any at all, I feel quite fortunate to have the ones that I have. I wish I would have gotten more whenever I could. I could have had more. The halal ORPs are harder to find. I don't know. The halal ORPs pop up pretty regular, or they did for a long time. I mean, nothing's been popping up here recently. And Art, foreignmre.com, actually informed me the other night that eBay decided they were going to pull all MRE listings off of eBay. And you know what their excuse was for the sellers that had MREs up on eBay? They wouldn't allow them to sell them on there because they had chemical heaters in them. Because they had chemical ration heaters in them. That logic makes zero sense. They're safe to fly. They're safe to everything as long as the bag's sealed. Now, if you're selling open MREs, okay, all right, I can see them knocking those listings off. But if you're selling sealed MREs, I mean, I know this is an old one, but if you're selling a sealed bag MRE like this, there should be nothing at all wrong with that, selling that on eBay. It went from like 11 pages of 100 per page down to less than 2 pages of listings when you type in MRE. And I checked it out right after he told me that recently, like within an hour. After he told me that, I checked it out, and yeah, it checks out. They really did take them off there. What if you're selling the heaters? I guess that's okay too, because I saw when I typed in MRE and I scrolled down through everything, they were selling a bunch of old vintage first generation. They're probably like 91, 92s. Whenever they were just bundled by themselves, not actually put in the bag. So 91, 92, maybe even 90, 91, 92, 93, up to 93. 93, they started putting them in the bag. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I just didn't understand. Anybody got any idea? This has chicken fried rice in it. Would that actually have chunks of chicken in it, or would it just be just chicken fried rice, do you think? Maybe somebody out there knows. I really was looking forward to having some of that freeze-dried food. But I have chicken and rice right here, I guess. Bourbon Street Nola says, Smokey, they had a LRP ration from 2012. 2012 is one of the last years of LRPs that were common to get, I would say. 2012 or 2013. And then they kind of disappeared after that. And I actually asked them if they stopped making them at Natick, the fella that I talked to at Natick, and he said no. So they just, I guess maybe they just haven't made any for a while. Alandel says yes, it has chunks. Huh, okay. Yeah, I would really like to have that for my dinner, actually. I mean, if I open this, it's questionable whether this will even be edible. Because I took this out of the case last week, but the case was not the case that I thought it was. I thought I was opening a sealed, never been opened case, and whenever I opened it up, took the straps off, it was already opened it up, and there was like 4 or 5 MREs missing out of it. I think 4 missing out of it. And I was pretty disappointing because I thought that was a full case sealed. I thought it was the last one I had, actually. Let's just get this bad boy opened up. Oh yeah, the gingerbread. Maybe work on this too. Maybe. Should be able to slap that thing together, right? The meat patty is interesting in it. Yeah, you know, I've had it twice, and one was a lot better than the other. I can't remember which one was better though, because I'll tell you this: the first menu I opened, I think, was menu 8, and it didn't have what the menu said it had in it, what it was supposed to have in it. I think it was supposed to have a beef patty, but it had the pork and beef, or beef and pork patty. So maybe. Can't even guarantee that that was the case. Well, that's looking really good. Obviously, looks can be deceiving, but let's just take it all out. The bag looks good too because it just came out of the case. Chicken and rice is one of my favorite older menus. There's our partially biodegradable MRE spoon. Here we have our accessory packet A, looks like. A8. Yeah, A8. It's just accessory packet A. And, oh boy, we have a thing of cheese spread, which actually is nice and soft, strangely enough. Zero delamination going on there. It's one of those very interesting looking packages made by probably Thermopack. Yeah, Thermopack, Stone Mountain, Georgia. So, cheese spread. Kind of didn't want that to be in there, but it is anyway. So we have a beverage-based powder orange. 405th. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Wait, what? 5th day. The 5th day of 1994. So this must be in 1994. Huh. Thought it was in 93. Okay. Here we have an oatmeal cookie, chocolate covered. Just a good old classic there that hopefully has held up. I've never had one that didn't like hold up to where it was edible. And some classic crackers. I wish they put crackers in all of them like they used to. Crackers are the bomb. 151st day of 1994 on the crackers. And there's our old school, wow, literally perfect flameless ration heater. That thing is, I guarantee you, it takes a long time. When you use these old cardboard ones, it takes like 10 to 12 minutes for them to even start. But when they heat up, when they start and they kick off, they're pretty mean. And I guarantee you, there's the classic G. Schultz symbol, that this thing would heat the main up. It would just take about 30 minutes, honestly. And here is our chicken and rice. Collared with, what is that? A natto? Wait a minute. What is that word right there, Amber? What is that? A-N-N. Anato? I'm not familiar. A-N-N and there's two T's.
I'm not sure.
Does anybody know what that word is? What it means? Anato? Anito? Anato. Anato. Oh, it's what makes cheese orange. Huh. I'll be daggone. Or what makes it yellow? Or orange. Orangish yellow. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Cooked diced chicken is the number one ingredient, so there's more chicken in it than anything else. Second ingredient is water, and then rice, and chicken broth, chicken fat, modified food starch, pimentos, salt, dehydrated celery, dehydrated onion, spices, lectin, hot sauce, vinegar and red pepper, salt. Well, it's got hot sauce. That's crazy. It's got hot sauce already in it. Garlic powder and powdered annatto color. Annatto. And that's interesting. Oh, wait. One other item. Almost missed this. Look at these. That is a beautiful collectible package of M&Ms right there from 1994. I mean, the thing is, like, M&Ms are highly collectible, okay? You're not going to find M&Ms like this, in this condition, anywhere else except coming out of a freshly opened MRE like this. And I can already tell you, these aren't cracked up. They're perfect. They're perfect. So let me go get this heated up. Yeah, vintage M&Ms, man. There's nothing like a nice... And this is when they... It's not the paper style packaging. This is the, like, stiff plastic. But it's really, really nice. It'd be interesting to compare the ingredients list off a pack from 94 and a pack from today, which I don't have a pack from today handy. But it would be interesting to compare. I mean, I'm sure I've got M&Ms somewhere, but I don't know where they're at right now. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Chicken and rice, 4202, 411, 111. I like seeing numbers like that. I'm a number guy, I guess. I don't know. I just think that's good luck. Call me crazy. But this is... There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Wow. I knew it was going to come back, but it took a minute. So, I'm going to go throw this into boil, and hopefully the rest of the stuff's going to be good. Hopefully this is going to be good. I think it will be. What I was saying before I got cut off there by the internet was, if you find an old MRE, and typically where you're going to want to look is right in the corners, or if it's been wrinkled like that, it'll start to delaminate there, or usually right at the edges, like up here on the corners. But this one, this feels like it was made yesterday, as far as the way it feels. So let's go give it about 5 minutes of boil time and get everything else prepped and ready. Peed in the kitchen. Yep. When was he in there by himself? Okay. No, he's over there on the other side of the chair. Let's take a look at this accessory packet real quick. It's kind of vacuum packed. I mean, honestly, not exactly, but almost. All right. We have a decent looking bottle of Tabasco. Nice. Some really faded gum. Honestly, the weirdest looking gum I've seen maybe ever. That, I don't even understand how it could look like. Look at the corners of it. I don't know, guys, how that even happens. Very strange. Huh. Anyway, weird gum. We got our 6 grams of Domino sugar. which is just enough. 4 grams of iodized salt, which is 10 times too much. Get your pack of matches made by good old Dee Dee Bean and Sons. Flip it over. These are strike on back, red tip, black matches. Smell fantastic. Love that phosphorus smell. We got our cream substitute dry non-dairy, which, man, dang it. All right. I got to share a video with you guys, too. We got our U.S. issued butt ration, toilet paper. Did I miss a super chat? It looks like I missed a super chat, and I'm not going to be able to see it because, oh, wait. Pay your damn internet bill. Have a great night, all. I pay my bill. I just paid it, actually. I don't know, the 11th. That's when it's due. Pay it on time. But I way overpaid for my internet for a long time. But, yeah, I don't know why it drops out like that. Thank you for the super chat, CT, by the way. We've got our little refreshing towelette. This is the first year I think they went. Oh, no, this is the second year. Second year they went to these odd, like, citrus-looking ones. Before this, they had the vertical lines on them. And back in the day, I know Steve used to say they were his favorite moist towelettes. And there is our brown Taster's Choice. At least it's not the red Taster's Choice. And it feels pretty dry as far as like how it feels in my fingers. But we won't know until we open it up. Which obviously I've got this Cafe Right Premium with brown sugar coffee to try out as well. That Dub C sent. Alright. Hopefully I'm going to get to eat this whole meal. Because I'm actually hungry. I was kind of looking forward to the freeze-dried stuff, but I just didn't know how the timing would work out. If it would at all. I don't think I got my tray clean all the way last week. Had jelly or something last week, must have. I don't remember what it was from, but something. Alright, drink mix, drink, 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 and drink. Cookie crackers. Oop. Yep. All right. About one more minute, I'm going to go pull that out of the boiling water. I do not want it to get metallic, because chicken and rice picks up the taste of the packaging quite easily. I would say we got long enough to make this orange beverage base in this Gremlins mug. Nice 80s themed. Or is that 90s? I can't remember if Gremlins were 80s or 90s. Let's take a look at... Oh, look at that. That looks perfect. That looks brand new, actually. That's a good sign. It smells a whole lot like Tang. A whole lot like Tang. Powder actually doesn't taste like Tang, though. Yum. Doesn't taste natural, though. There's nothing natural about this orange flavor. Very artificial. There we go. Hang on, I think... Yeah, it's supposed to take 12 ounces. So that's... Give it a little more water. And a little more. That's probably close enough. Alright, let's set that over here. That's a good looking orange drink. Alright, I'm gonna go get the chicken and rice real quick. I'll be right back. there on the crackers. Been a while since I used the Bob Ross mug. I think it's been like maybe a month, actually, since I used this mug. How much does this make? Only 5 ounces. 5 ounces of water. Huh, okay. Let's do this. See if this is any count. May not be. Kind of feels like it's sticking to the top of the packaging. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's got a little bit of that whiteness going on, but it doesn't look like... Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy looking, ain't it? What the heck? You know what? I'm going to make it anyway. I don't usually do this, but maybe it'll be okay. I'm just going to make it black for now, because I'm not going to waste the cream and sugar if it ain't going to mix up. If it ain't no good, we'll find out real quick. Ow. What's the temperature now? Outside here? I don't know. It's 55 degrees here. It's actually like abnormally warm, I would say. Retract my earlier statement. Just ate some aged cheddar. Well, when it's properly aged, you know, that's it can be a good thing. All right, need another coffee cup. Let's do the one that Bob sent, because I ain't used it in a long time. 5 alarm. This one came from Bob, or Robert, I think is what it goes, is in the comments here, or the comments. Yeah, don't forget to comment on this video. I need to share a link to Bob's channel, which is it still called MRE Nation? What am I doing? Not thinking. That's going over here in the regular coffee. Well, I was sidetracked there. Really wasn't thinking. Last little bit of creamer floating there. I'll take it down with the sugar. Try to, anyway. Let that sit there and kind of dissolve a little bit. And we'll do this cafe right with the brown sugar. I've never had coffee with brown sugar. I mean, first time for everything, I guess. Whoa, guess I didn't really get that opened up, did I? Thought I did. Yeah, I did. Should be enough. Here we go. I mean, it looks like a pretty typical 3-in-1 coffee appearance. I'm gonna have to try this powder. Get the old coffee off my hand. Try this powder out on its own. See if that brown sugar, what it tastes like. Whoa. That's actually different than what I thought it was going to be. There's definitely some creamer in there. That's one of the first things I picked up on, is the creaminess of it. The brown sugar does give it a little bit of a different flavor. 5 ounces. And just a little bit more. There we go. It's probably a little bit, maybe a little bit less than 5 ounces, but I really wanted to get that flavor. But if that's anything less than 5 ounces, it's just barely less than 5 ounces. All right. Continuing on. Give this coffee a stir. Give the orange drink a stir. It's had a weird foamy top on it. Frothy top, whatever. The other one, on the other hand, it looks like it completely fully dissolved. First things first, going for the crackers. Nice. Little vacuum suction there. Suck some air in. Huge fan of the older crackers because they do taste tremendously different. But I've found out, come to realize that I'm a fan of the new crackers as well. And here we have our oatmeal cookie chocolate covered, which is something I think that they should still be using as an item in MREs, and they're not. There we go. That got it. Did you guys hear that hiss? That was a release as well. I like to get these out looking as good as I can. Look at that. I mean, is your food supposed to be that shiny? Especially a cookie. Look at that thing. Put your eye out with that thing. Blind you. What is that? Oh, come on. Oh. I'll kill you, cat. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Whew. Okay. Cyanide Cookie says, did anybody else see Smokey spell out send rations with his chocolate mirror just now? Yeah, I'll tell you what, you could use that thing for a signal mirror if you was stranded on a desert island or in a abandoned ship or something like that. All day long, you could signal a plane overhead with that, man. Thanks for the super chat, Dan. Appreciate that, man. Let me go back through and see if I missed anything else, because I may have. Got sidetracked there for a second, guys. Okay, last one was CT. And that's as far back as I can go. Okay. Cheese spread. This is super soft. It feels right. Uh-oh. Why is it wet? Let me use my shirt to wipe it off. Almost odd to feel it this way. But yeah, thanks again, Dan, for that super chat, man. Dan's over there in Australia doing God's work, working as a first responder, I guess is what you would consider him. Working in that field. Mr. Gusto is another one of the folks that works in that field that we have here in our community. And if you guys go watch any of RC Gusto's videos, anytime he makes anything over there, like when you watch a video over there, it's going to create just a few cents of CPM. And anytime he makes a paycheck on YouTube, it goes directly to the Children's Hospital, St. Jude's. So, very commendable what RC Gusto does there. I think that's beyond awesome, him doing that. Alright, this is going in a bowl, guys, because I've come to find that it's a whole lot easier to deal with it in a bowl than it is to try to deal with it on the tray. My little dog's walking around in there in the kitchen, and it's making me nervous. He's a little toy poodle. He's, like I said, he's gone blind. He's gone blind. So you can see the orange chunks in there, which I guess is the pimento. Look, there's a smashed piece of chicken right there. Oh, it smells fabulous. Oh, that very appetizing, that scent. Although I will say that the actual, man, my mouth is watering. Legit, my mouth is watering. The rice chunks look large. Let's get it dumped out here in the bowl. I mean, let's see, how old is this? 94, 04, 14. That's 20, 26, 20, 27-year-old chicken. Now, wrap your head around that. A few years ago, I mean, let's say 6, 7 years ago, would you have ever thought you would see someone eat chicken that was 27 years old? I mean, it's not something that your brain can comprehend and say, yeah, that makes sense. We should try to eat that chicken that's 27 years old. So I can definitely smell the chicken stock, the garlic, the onion. There's a really nice array of scents coming off of this. And I need a napkin. I guess I'll just hang on. Yeah, here we go. Actually, you know what? Check this out. I got a thing of brand new M&Ms right here. Boom. Ha. I use this crappy butt ration that I got last week. The print on the outside of it. It came out of a US MRE, but they're using like the civilian style toilet papers, napkins. Alright. Well, I think we're good to go here. And I'm going to not go for the chicken and rice first. Let's take a look at this cheese. Ooh, oh, no. That is not what you want to see when you go to check out cheese. Hang on a second. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze that off here. Yeah. I know exactly what it looks like. You don't have to tell me. Hey, Molder! Molder13 says, hey, Smokey, Merry Christmas to you and everyone. Let's hope for a better year coming. And the bowl is better. I agree, because I can pick the main up and say, look at that. You see the pimento in there? See the chicken chunks? See the rice? See whatever that green celery probably is back there? Man, thank you so much for that super chat. Merry Christmas to you, Molder, and your family. I hope you guys have a good Christmas, and I hope we all have a good 2022. You see, like I said earlier, I'm a numbers guy, right? So, being that there's going to be 3 2s and basically no other numbers, because 0 to me is not a number. That's the non-existent of a number. 3 2s. So good luck is coming in 2022. I just have a feeling that good fortune is in our path. That's all of us, if you believe in numbers. I've actually made that stuff up over the years, like what I believe. I just I've ran into numbers a lot and kind of paid attention to what the numbers meant, I guess, to me. Kind of stupid. That cheese does not look good. It smells very strong. It's got that plastic mixed with body odor and dirty, stinky feet kind of smell. Which, I mean, a good cheese can stink, okay? Actually, a really good cheese, a lot of people think it should stink. So, here we go. Down the hatch. You know what? That's actually pretty good. It's creamy. It's kind of sharp. Obviously, it's got I would say a subtle cheddar flavor. It's not really a sharp cheddar flavor. It's a sharp flavor in general. It does have a little bit of that plastic initial flavor, but overall, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. No weird side effects or anything like that. Just the cracker on its own is crunchy, fresh, very, very crispy. I mean, it's weird how the crackers stay as fresh as they do. I've never, well, I can't say never. I've had bad crackers twice where the packaging was opened. But as long as they stay sealed, I think these crackers could last forever. I really do. Outside of like a nuclear blast, I think these things could take super high heat, super low, obviously super cold. But I think they could fluctuate up and down in temperature for years and still, as long as the seal stays vacuum sealed the way they're meant to be, I think these crackers could hold up almost indefinitely. Obviously, I don't know how we would test that, but anyway, let's take a look at this chicken and rice. Got some dark meat in there, obviously. But what I like about this old chicken and rice is, look at that. See the fibers, how that shreds, and it looks like normal chicken. That's a big plus to me. And this is like big chunks of rice too. This big grains of rice. Go ahead and go for some of that dark meat, I guess, since I was playing with it. And get us a big old chunk of white meat there. Gee, me Christmas. That is a big old chunk. Look at that. Look how that shreds. Look at that. Very nice. Give it a try. Just this bite. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that dark meat. It's got a lot of flavor. Just not the kind of flavor I like. I tell you, the last couple times I did a chicken and rice, I left it in to boil for too long. This time I got it out soon enough, and man, did it make a difference. It's got a lot of that chicken stock flavor. The chicken itself has got a really nice chew to it. It's juicy. The rice itself, honestly, the texture's there. It's a little soft, but not so much that it's offensive. I do prefer my chicken and rice with some hot sauce, although I really honestly prefer it with some cayenne pepper, which I will go get some. But we're going to do the Tabasco first. As soon as I find a bottle that's open. Right here. Dump some over here. Gonna have to get a toothpick and stick down in there. Oh yeah, I keep meaning to tell you. Bob wanted me to share a video with you guys. You guys know that Bob is based in Kentucky, and he's very near the disaster that just happened in Kentucky. And the video, he was talking about lending a hand with that, and also some things that the tip jar was able to accomplish this year. There we go. There we go. All right. I think I emptied it. I did. Got some Tabasco on it now, though. That is some hot Tabasco, too. Holy cow. I just licked it off the toothpick that I used to open it up, and it is hot. Whew. Chicken and rice with the Tabasco. I'll tell you, the vinegar flavor works with the chicken and rice. A lot of times I find the Tabasco vinegar overpowering and not complimentary to the main dish. In this case, and also corned beef hash as well, I feel like it complements the core flavors and really enhances the entire dish itself. I am sweating already from that Tabasco. It is quite hot. Some pretty old Tabasco. Look at that chicken in there, though. I love how that shreds. Love it. This was really tasty, actually. Love seeing big old chunks of chicken in there like that. Can't beat that. I'm going to go get some cayenne. Be right back. You quit walking around in here peeing. Jesus Christ, Sebastian. Did you clean up the peeing earlier? Amber. Did you clean up Sebastian's pee?
Yes.
Well, he done it again. Alright, give it a little bit of the good old cheapo Walmart brand cayenne. Cayenne basically just adds heat without adding any flavor, really. So, big old chunk of chicken. When you get into an older dish like this, it's kind of all mixed together. As far as you can kind of see what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of gets gelatinous. And you guys know I'm a texture eater, and I'm not a fan of gelatinous things. Jello, pudding, nothing like that. I'm not a fan of those. This one is not too bad. It's not overly so. Yeah, I agree. I won't go for any other breed. She's super smart too. Recently had to teach her she isn't allowed to yell at me. Worked great, and then she started using her squeaky toy. Well, I don't know what kind of dog you have, LC. I assume it's a dog. Just turned a year. Oh, well, that's quite young. Tex-Mex. Wait, anyone over here tried Rex-Mex turkey soup? No, Tex-Mex turkey soup. Try this Icelandic chocolate. My curiosity is piqued. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. The one that Dub C sent? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, Icelandic chocolate. Okay. Yep. Not a problem. I was reading back to see what kind of dog he had. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to read back far enough without being weird. It's actually two. I don't know if you can tell, but two chocolate bars in there. 200 grams, so it's 100 grams each. So the same size bar that's in like a Polish 24-hour ration. It's got a nice 100-gram chocolate bar in it. I think the UK cold weathers have 100-gram chocolate. It might be bigger. It might be 150 gram. It's a big one in the cold weather ration. But I'm going to eat quite a bit of this while it's hot because it's actually really good. I mean, look at that. Might not look that appetizing on camera, but man, it is really good. And I find myself wanting more Tabasco too. So, let me fully empty that bottle out. Mixed with the cayenne and the there's like some pasty Tabasco right there. I don't like when Tabasco starts to become a solid. It's it's very potent when it does that, but I'm not a fan of the changes that it goes through when it becomes real thick and solid like that. I forgot about the cracker back here. Not digging into the cheese spread with this because you know why. I mean, it's edible. It tastes okay. If I had to eat it, I could eat it all day long. If you wanted me to eat it for a video, I could eat it. I can eat another bite of it. Whatever. This is one of the best chicken and rice mains I've had because the chunks of chicken in it are huge. That chunk I just ate was like that tall, like that thick, or that should I say that wide, and like that thick. Pretty good chunk. So much so it's like seems like the only thing that I ate was that chunk of chicken. I had a full-blooded beagle for a few years. He got stolen. Loved that dog. His name was Cecil. I'll never forget him. Never. Loved him to death. Whenever he came up missing, I rode around on my bicycle for until I found out that he'd been stolen. Every night for hours looking for him in ditches. I mean, you know, maybe laying over in a ditch still breathing or something. I gave it everything I could trying to find him. And then come to find out he'd been stolen. Stolen and sold. He was like a $5,000 dog. The guy that originally owned him paid like $5,000 for him. Which, don't get me wrong, it's very stupid to pay that for a dog. There's plenty of dogs out there that need a home. Paid that for that dog to coon hunt with him, and never once used him to hunt with. Yeah, yes, stole him and sold him to a hunter in Connecticut. That's what ultimately I ended up finding out. It sucked, man. My kids were attached. I was attached. He was our family, you know? And then now I got Sebastian here. He's 14 years old. Got him for my kids Christmas 2007 after my grandma passed away. He was born in October 2007. He was 8 weeks old when we got him. And now, this will be his last Christmas. I'm sure of that. My dog stole the Ration Museum live stream. She didn't even eat Sean's face off. All my dogs are very friendly. And that just made me think of something because of what you said. I watched a Joe Rogan clip yesterday. Happened across it. He was talking about chimpanzees, about this guy that owned a chimpanzee for many years and had to give him up. Went to visit him in captivity, and it was his 30th birthday, the chimp's 30th birthday, and he brought him a cake. And came in and set that cake down in front of the chimp. And there were 4 other chimps in there, other than the one that they were there to visit. And the 2 chimps were on the right hand side of him got so mad that they didn't bring them a cake as well. They broke out of their cages and attacked that man. And the things that they did to him, he lived through it, surprisingly enough. But I can't imagine you'd want to be alive by the end of what they done to him. I mean, like Joe was saying, Joe was like, they don't maul you to hurt you. They maul you to take away the things that you know that you love that makes you function. Like, you try to hold your hands into your chest, they'll pry your hands away from your chest and they'll unfold your fingers and bite them off. Bite your nose off and your lips. And then down below the belt as well. It's crazy, man. Crazy. The stuff they do. It's only happened a couple times, a few times, maybe 3 that I know of. I'm sure it's happened more, but 3 that I know of. And if you were to try to fight a chimp, you'd lose 100% every time. No chance. No chance of winning that fight. Some big old chunks of chicken in there. It's a whole chunk of chicken. Big old chunk of chicken right there. I'm not a big fan of those dark meat pieces, though. I really am not. While I'm chewing, brand new pack of M&Ms right here. Got the MRE last week. So 2019. And these are 1994. Ingredients list. Milk chocolate, lines up. Sugar, lines up. Cornstarch, nope. Next on here is chocolate, and that's not even, that's way down here. Way down here. There. Look at the difference right there. There's that ingredients list. Cornstarch, corn syrup, gum, acai. Coloring includes red 40, yellow 6, yellow 5, and blue 1. Over here, we got sugar, chocolate, skim milk, cocoa butter, lactose, milk fat, soy lectin, salt, artificial and natural flavors, sugar, cornstarch, less than 1%, corn syrup, dextrin. Coloring includes blue 1, lake, yellow 6, not yellow 5 anymore, red 40, oh, there's yellow 5, blue 1, yellow 6, lake, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 2 lake, and blue 2. Wow, carnauba wax is also included. And gum acai. Interesting. Over here, got the yellow 6, blah, blah, blah. And then the dextrin, the milk chocolate, contains sugar, sweetened condensed milk, milk lactose, and chocolate cocoa butter, peanuts, soy lectin, salt, artificial flavors. So they have changed the formula quite a bit since 1994. I wasn't sure. I mean, they still taste the same. I mean, I guess that could be a video trying vintage M&Ms. I'd like to find some older than what I have. I think the oldest ones I have are from 80, 83. Alright, the Santa hat's got to go. It's making me hot. Alright. I'm going to try this brown sugar coffee here. That reminds me of like whenever you fix a cup of coffee at a hotel and they have like all those little different carnation creamers, and you pick like a different flavor, like an Irish cream or something, which just doesn't taste like Irish cream. It does have a different flavor to it though. Obviously it's because of that brown sugar, but it's very creamy as well. I would say the sweetness is just about right on that. No complaints there whatsoever. Let's see if this awful looking Taster's Choice, because this looked awful. It was furry, white furry. Let's see if it's any good. It does not taste good. No. It almost has like a moldy mildew type flavor to it. I'm not drinking any more of that. Yeah. Set it off to the side. Someone was curious about this Icelandic chocolate, so let's just get into it. Find out if it's any good. You would think they know how to do chocolate over there, right? I would think so. Looks like it's a little bit bloomed. Look at that. Kind of fancy looking. They're supposed to be like that. I don't know. Is that supposed to be an N? Maybe? I'll give it a smell. It smells like nothing. I can't smell it at all. Alright. Break a chunk of this off. Stick it back in there. A little bit of sugar separation on the edge right there. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like shiny right there on the edge. I can see it in person, but anyway, here we go. Let's give it a try. That tastes very familiar. This tastes like. Have you guys ever had a caramello bar? Like, it's like bubbled up looking chunks of chocolate, but it's infused and injected with caramel, like this really almost thin liquid caramel. That's exactly what this tastes like. Yeah. Very creamy. Almost has like a caramel flavor to it. Hmm. It. I've come to not be as big a fan of milk chocolate ever since I started eating rations religiously. I'm more of a fan of dark chocolate because I don't know why. I don't know what turned me, but I was always a milk chocolate guy, and then I switched to dark chocolate when I started, you know, fooling around with rations so much, and that is actually a really solid milk chocolate, I must say. It's just so smooth and creamy. Like I said, it's got almost like a caramel flavor going on with it as well. Sugar, cocoa butter is the second ingredient. Maybe that's whole milk powder is also the third. So, and cocoa mass. Maybe that's why it's got such a caramel flavor going on there. Cocoa dry solids, minimum 33%. So, bourbon. It's got the vanilla bourbon in it as well. Huh. Yeah, that's a solid milk chocolate bar right there. Anybody who likes chocolate would love that. I have a feeling. I I would venture to say, Hershey's has got a very unique flavor to it. That is it's a better quality than Hershey's in my opinion. Such a pretty cookie. Look at that. It's so waxy looking. Look at that. It's just so fake looking. Doesn't even look like food till you get to that part, and that looks like food. Kinda. I mean, that gives you a little more of the effect of how shiny this really is without that really bright light on top. Because it just looks fake in person. It looks completely fake. And it does have wax in it, obviously. It looks like it's been polished out with wax, you're right. Looks like it's had a really, like a 3-level, hit it with the hard grit, and then a medium grit, and then a real low grit, and then hit it with the regular wax, buffed it all out, and that's what you got at the end. A little bit of orange peeling on there from a bad paint job, but other than that, she's shiny. No scratches. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I probably shouldn't have ate that before I did that. Wow. The difference. Yeah. My expectations were crushed because I ate this first. Although The cookie's really nice in this, and I do mean really nice. And this is a very fresh oatmeal cookie, chocolate covered. It's a very good one. Sometimes they're kind of weird, but this one is spot on. Mm-hmm. Cookie's nice and crunchy. I'm gonna give it a little bit of this coffee. But after having this chocolate tastes a little bit weird. What did I do with my phone? Let's see if I got. No, that's not gonna work. Oh. I've got to share that video with you guys that Bob asked me to share with you guys. I meant to do it. I'll probably end up putting it on a post on my channel because I think that's what he wanted me to do. Let me go find the link to it real quick. Chicken stuck in my teeth. If you guys have time to check this out, obviously Bob would be appreciative of you checking it out. There's that link to that video. Oh, Sebastian, buddy. I never did try the orange drink yet either. Now when I'm doing live streams, if I get a perfect pack of M&Ms like this, I don't open them. I just hang on to them. The intention is to share them because most people can't get a hold of M&Ms that are 30 some years old, 30 up to 40. Now I want something else. I don't know what I'm like craving something else. I don't know what I'm craving, but I'm craving something sweet. And I don't know. It's not this because I don't know. This ruined this for now. I am going to go for one of these smokes that Miss Marilyn sent, and I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute. And maybe next live stream, which will be probably not a Saturday because next Saturday is Christmas. Obviously. Just got my tree fully decorated today, finally. And I was going to smoke one of the ones that Delicious sent, but I think I haven't had one of these in like 3 weeks now, so it's time. Say it every time. They're way better than the ones that I had that were in the can. These are better. Which I had a 60 count can. This is a 40 count can, but I don't know if maybe that extra air in there made a difference when they were sealed up and made them age better or what. But these definitely aged more gracefully. Just found some 1989 Reese's Pieces in a brown bag MRE. They appeared to be in fantastic condition. Now, see, those are something that I would probably hang on to, especially like Reese's from the 80s back. Like, I'm just going to be honest, the Reese's would sell for just as much. They're worth just as much as the MRE it was when it was still sealed. If I was to guess, I bet you could probably get $30 out of a 1989 pack of Reese's Pieces. I don't know if I would advertise them as coming out of an MRE or not. What menu was that they came out of, Daniel? Might have to try to find me in 1989 something MRE. See if I can get me some Reese's Pieces. I can't. Reese's Pieces ain't been around too awful long. I can't remember when they were invented, but it was in the 80s sometime. I looked this up before. When were Reese's Pieces put on the market? I was wrong. 1978. Launched in 1978, Reese's Pieces were an extension of the Hershey wildly popular peanut butter cups. But even though they were a novel innovation, a peanut panouche, not familiar with that word, a peanut panouche with a candy shell, sales began slipping not long after. Huh, interesting. This is something that was written just about a year ago about Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces landed its big break in E.T. So E.T., yeah, E.T. was what made him big. Yeah, I remember that. E.T. was, what, 86? When was E.T.? What? 1982? The same year I was born. Holy crap. June 11th, too. It was, came out 2 weeks exact. Well, no, 13 days before I was born. So E.T. is older than I am. June 11th, 1982. Huh. What are you doing, buddy? You need to go outside and potty? Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh. Here he is. Poor little guy. What was that? And then they released the infamous E.T. video game and almost killed the market. Yeah, I was watching a special about that E.T. video game where they went and searched a dump site where they dumped a bunch of the very unpopular video game. It was was it for Atari or was it for Nintendo? I can't remember. But they did find a couple, and it was interesting. Yeah, M&Ms pulled out of the deal. I remember reading about that too, and what a monumental screw up that was. Which I don't. If it had been M&Ms, it wouldn't have been the same. M&Ms had already been around forever. There wouldn't have been that like newness to it. You know, it just wouldn't have been the same. You want to go outside, buddy? Huh? As you can see, I mean, you can see it in the camera's eyes are, you know, or foggy or whatever, glassed over. He can't see anything anymore. He can barely hear. Sebastian. Hey, buddy. My buddy. There you go. Stand on my hand. That's a boy. That's how you like to do it, ain't it? Huh? Oh yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. I hate it for him, man. I hate that this is how it is. I'd have much rather him just, peacefully went to sleep before this stuff. Hopefully, I figured he'd get to at least 15. I had a toy poodle when I was a kid, I guess. My mom had one. And I think she said it lived to be 15 or 16. But he's been a good little dog. Been a real good. He's had been through. Cecil was his buddy years ago, and then I had a boxer. She's cremated right up there on my shelf, and that was his partner for years, his buddy. and then now Stella is his buddy. So he's been through 3 dogs, haven't you, buddy? Yeah, you got crap all over your face. You want to go outside? Huh? You go outside? What is that stuff on your face, buddy? Oh, here. See, I don't know if it's cataracts or not. I don't know how that works. I don't know if there's anything. See, I wish I knew if there was something I could do to help him. Was deaf and blind at 19 when we let him go. August of this year, John. Yeah, man, I've already been thinking about that. He's miserable, man, and he's hot because I'm holding him. So let me go. Let me go put him outside real quick, and I'll be right back. I know, buddy. Oh, the potty. See, another big problem with him is that he's lost control of his bladder, and we have puppy pads all over the house where he'll go, um, because now he can't see. So everything he does is by memory and the paths that he's taken. So he can still get to his water. He knows exactly how to get to his food. He knows how to get back the hallway to lay down with my son, and he knows where his spot to lay down here in the living room is. But yeah, he's barking right now, but he needs to be out there for a minute in the cool because he was getting overheated. When they start, yeah, I hate it. I hate it that he's breaking down like he is. I mean, honestly, and it really did just all come on at once here recently. I mean, he's been in bad health for years now. Started off with congestive heart failure, and then I completely switched his food, switched his diet, and he came out of it. We went from feeding him dog food to now I cook him nothing but chicken. Chicken and rice is what he's been eating for a couple of years now. From a suggestion on a live stream a couple of years ago, someone was like, just start cooking him chicken, feed him chicken and rice. Um, but now he's chicken only. The last couple of days it's chicken only, no rice at all because he was swelled up. I made him fast for a day, and then the day after that I gave him nothing but chicken. And he's doing better because of that, but he still obviously can't see and can't really hear. So I wish there was something I could do for his vision. If there was something I could feed him, there's a shot that I could give him, something like that I could do to improve his vision, or even some THC, or I don't even know what that does for cataracts. If there's something to that to improve vision. I thought it was just a pain thing. I wish there was something I could do. My wife was cooking chicken and rice too. I mean, that's the only thing we could do to keep him alive, honestly. Like, if I'd have kept him on dog food, it would have been a horrible death for him. And it would have, I mean, he'd have been gone a year and a half ago. Easily. Oh, CBD. Oh, yeah, I've got some. You know what? I'm going to give him some CBD. Like, as soon as I think I got some dog CBD. I hear you, buddy. Right here, buddy. You know that's the back side of the door, bud. Let me go see if I can find that CBD for you, buddy. Real quick. Gone. Yep, this is what I had. Humble roots, medicinals, pet CBD oil, but I think it's empty. It's like it's dried up or something. Well, maybe there's some in there. I might be able to get... Yeah, there's a dose in there. Come here, Sebastian. Come here, buddy. I mean, this might actually help him. I'll get some more as soon as I can. I don't know where I'm going to get pet CBD oil at on like a short notice, though. I've got almost 1 milliliter in the syringe, and there's still some in the bottle. I just can't get it out. There's probably still another milliliter in here. Sebastian, come here, buddy. Come here, bud. Still. Still. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I totally forgot about the CBD oil. I think I've got another thing of it too. It's human, but I don't think it matters, honestly. I really don't think that it matters one way or another. Mini poo. Mini poo. What's a mini poo? He's got a really bad croup where the congestive heart failure is putting pressure around his heart and his lungs, and he can't breathe. So, well, I didn't get to do the gingerbread stuff tonight, but after Christmas we'll do something. We'll do something cool. We'll do that cold weather ration, and I wish the fruitcake would have been a little better tonight, because I would have loved to have been able to eat that whole thing. It's weird how that ended up opening up too, that can, but I've been selling my cans for that fellow that makes the reproductions. And well, any that Sean doesn't want or need will go to the fellow that makes the reproductions with the cans. So there we go. All right. Well, thanks to Miss Marilyn for the fantastic camel smoke that I just had. It was quite good, actually. And huge thanks to everybody who did send in a super chat too. And Miss Gail for the really cool toboggan, by the way. And C for the HDRs and extras that he sent along. Link to Dub C's right at the top of my description. Go check out his channel. Go check out that link to Bob's video that I posted there for you guys. Comment on this video. That helps out a lot to make a comment. I meant to say that right at the very beginning of this video, or of this live stream, whenever I was talking, starting the thing out. I wanted to say, anybody who's watching this after it's live, leave a comment down below, even if it just says comment for the algorithm. You know, anything. Hit the thumbs up or down button. Let Google know what you're thinking, because they really crave that information. The algorithm has to have it. Might get the live stream promoted a little bit more. Had a few live streams that have done really well. Got a couple that are, I think one was like 250,000 views, and then there was one that was like, last I checked, was like over 120,000 views. I might even have those privated by now. I don't know. That's actually really good though. Perfect amount of water too. No weird off taste about that. Nothing at all. No weird like vitamin flavor or chemicals. It's really good. It's impressive how well that orange drink is held up, along with everything else too. The cheese spread's even edible. This whole entire MRE was fully edible. The chicken and rice was fantastic. I didn't even finish it, but I ate most of it. I'd say 75% of it, 80% of it, something like that. About 3 big bites left there. But all right, guys. I hate to get off of here, but it's just come around to that time, and the time is almost 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds right now. Numbers again, lining up again. It's really weird that that's happening that way. I had the 111 earlier. Obviously, 2022 is going to be all twos. Just the time was just all twos. So yeah, good fortune, and maybe pay attention to your twos because it looks like they're popping up a lot. And thank you, Smitty, for hanging out. You guys go check out Smitty's channel too. If you got extra time on here, man, go down through my suggested list down in my description. Just go ahead and click on every single one of those and go subscribe to their channel. There might be about 10 of them down through there that don't do anything on YouTube anymore. That's very possible. I haven't went down through that list to eliminate because I know there's a lot of the female ration reviewer list is definitely not active anymore. Probably half of those or more. And then there's probably at least 5 of the guys that are down through there that aren't active anymore. But all right, well, yep, big holiday wishes to you guys. I hope you and your family have a really good Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever it is that you happen to celebrate. This is my ornament this year. It's a Walmart special, but I thought it was cool. The old Festivus. What's that say? The feet of Festivus for the rest of us. A Festivus for the rest of us. He ring of what? Ring the feet. I don't know what that says. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big Festivus. I'm a big Seinfeld fan. Anyway, love Seinfeld. But yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and holiday season. And then I should see you guys before New Year's. That's my plan, anyway. So I want to say a huge thanks to my patrons. Thank you guys. If you ever wanted to be or ever thought about being a patron, going to Patreon and joining up, all I can say is right now would be the time to do it. If you do $1, you'll be glad you did. That's all. I ain't gonna go into detail or anything like that. Doesn't matter what I say. The ones that are over there will see what I do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what comes of this new year. And I guess I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this thing up like I always do. And all I got left to do now is say thank you guys for watching and hanging out. Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.